Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Luke, and I'm glad to have you here. And today is going to be more of like a recap slash projection of what my achievements have been this year in regards to art and what my goals for the coming year are in regards to art, and some of the things that I've learned that maybe you can take and implement into your own artistic life, and we can just see where this goes. This is a free-flowing video. I'm going directly from my head. I just sat down and said, let me record. So I have absolutely no idea how this will go, but I hope it goes well. As usual, I'm very glad to have you guys here. I'm trying a new setting, I'm trying a new camera, I'm trying a new everything. So we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's begin. So how did this year start? I think I'll trace back to last year a little bit, 2024, specifically in October when I started doing digital art. Last year October, I am using and still using a Wacom Intuos PTK 650. It's from like 2009 or 2010. It's a very old screenless graphics tablet that I'm using, and at first I was using Krita and Affinity Photo, and then I eventually in April I got an iPad Air in April, on April 12th I believe, and unfortunately my pencil is still the same, so it's not a genuine pencil, but it does what I need it to do, but unfortunately it does not have pressure sensitivity. But fast forwarding to December 1st, I did the Disney December challenge that's normally hosted on Instagram. I do it every year, and I'm currently in the middle of doing it now, and it's just a prompt challenge where you draw Disney characters for every day of the month of December, hence December. And so that was one of the kickstarters of the year. I feel like December is a good setup for my January when it comes to my art, because it leaves me flowing with creativity. So in January, my art was digital slash traditional. It was bouncing back and forth a lot, and it wasn't going as fast as I wanted it to. Now fast forward to between March and September. I know that's a long amount of months, but between March and September I started being more intentional with studying art, not exactly just copying references and drawing Disney cartoons, but also trying to come up with my own characters and trying to, find a sketching style, so to speak, which I think I did, or at least in the last few months I've been able to do. But I became more intentional about studying more from April, May, June, July, August, September. I think those were the major months of artistic progress on another level. So I think end of April, if I'm not wrong, or maybe sometime after, is when I started creating landscapes, which have become such a huge part of my life now, and people on Instagram seem to really enjoy it. I think landscapes single-handedly, to some extent, have contributed the most to my growth on Instagram. This is just in terms of numbers and a following and engagement, etc. But in regards to my artistic life, I'd say I'd give more credit to actual studies, studying anatomy and studying portraits and studying gesture and form, etc. I think I'd give more credit to that for my artistic progress this year. But the landscapes have been something that I've been enjoying doing, and I do them almost, I think, every week. I do them roughly every week, and it's something that I really love doing. So what, I think that's a bulk of it. And then now in, what month is this? In September or August, I think, might have been August. Before I go there, the June to August season for me was just about K-pop Demon Hunters. I was drawing, almost daily something, even animated some things related to the movie because it was a breath of fresh air for me, considering that I really, really love animated movies, animations, and I feel like the last few years has not really given me a lot to work with, apart from Spider-Verse, The Wild Robot, Mitchell's vs. the Machines, I'm forgetting the good ones, Puss in Boots and The Last Wish, and Kanto. Just movies that have come out in the last 5 years. There's some that have been very good, like the ones that I've mentioned, but there are others that were lackluster, like Lightyear and Wish, etc. I'm just speaking from a animation perspective and story perspective as a storyteller and writer. But yeah, anyway, that was the K-pop Demon Hunter season for about 2 months. In fact, unrelated, but even on my Spotify Wrapped, I think it came as the top album, just because I listened to it that much, especially while animating, because you have to listen to a song like 1,000 times. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I think end of September, I decided to mid-September, I decided to take a hiatus. Now, in the midst of this hiatus, I still did create art, and I think I can also credit that hiatus as a great contributor to my artistic progress, because I was sketching every day without fear of, showing people what I'm sketching. There's very, very few people who ended up even seeing some of the things that I sketched during that time. And it gave me another restart of a love for traditional art, because a lot of my art during my hiatus was pencil and paper, which I still feel, just because of some of the inconveniences of my current digital setup, that traditional media is still my favorite medium to use, even if it has its limitations to some extent compared to digital, which is why I use them interchangeably. So what are the major things that I've learned, and are there any artistic goals that I had this year that I've been able to accomplish? Yes. So I'll start with the goals. So for the goals, I had a goal of being able to draw portraits, specifically I think from May, June, July, August. I had that goal of, it was August? Yeah, June, July, August. I had this goal of being able to, draw portraits, because I couldn't necessarily draw portraits at least well. So I took tutorials, and then I practiced, and I did a 30-day portrait drawing challenge that's here on YouTube, as you guys have probably seen, and I just loved it. And now drawing portraits is like one of the most fun things to do, especially traditionally for me. And that was one goal that I had. The next was to do year number 2 of my Toontastic drawing challenge. It's similar to the Disney December drawing challenge, except it's more broad, with just general cartoon characters, and there's a prompt list that I make. I had this year was so fun. I had, I think, 3 or 4 people join my challenge, which didn't happen last year. So I'm very happy that this year, actually last year it did happen. 2 people joined my challenge. This year we are around 4 or 6 people who joined the challenge, which was very fun. And I managed to complete many of the prompts. You don't have to complete all of them, but I managed to complete most of them. So those were my major goals. And then getting good at gesture, digital art, anatomy, and rendering. Rendering was a big one, and I think that might transfer into next year as well. But that's one thing that I could just never do. I never even used to add shadows or shading of any kind to my digital work to some extent. But now being able to find, light, color, highlights, shadows, etc., being able to do that just through practice has been amazing. Now, the second part of this video, my goals for next year in regards to art. So hopefully by January, I will be done with high school. It is currently December 12th. It is a public holiday here in Kenya. But anyway, by mid-January, within the next 1 month, I should be done with any examinations. So my main focus in regards to art, I think, will be what do I want? Who do I want to be? I know who I want to be. I want to be a character designer. I want to be an animator. I want to be a storyteller, concept artist through my own art with a unique style. And my goals for next year, just off the top of my head, is obviously to improve in my digital art, but more the fundamentals of art in general. I never want to lose a grip on fundamentals. So portraiture and perspective and drawing from life and gesture drawing and drawing animals and form and lighting and values and composition and rendering and just the basic fundamentals of art and anatomy. I want to be able to, learn those things. And another goal that's a sub goal of every other goal is not to burn out. I don't want to exert too much energy onto something and it ends up leaving me burnt out. So that's one goal. To listen to myself when I need to rest from art, I should. Because burnout is a big thing. There's a time this year I had art block for like 5 weeks. It was horrible. But anyway, fundamentals of art and not burning out. Next is I have a comic I'm working on, and I've done the sketches for one character. The comic is to help with my Korean learning. I'm currently studying Korean by myself, Korean and Japanese, and I'm making this comic with Korean characters so that I can be able to write the comic in Hangul and teach myself Korean while transferring that knowledge somewhere. So the knowledge is not just going to my book, it's going to a comic where the characters can express themselves in Korean because the characters are Korean. So that comic is currently in the works. I'm going to continue Pip and Percy, which has been a running comic for a bit. I need to do more episodes. I need to be more dedicated to that, but because of examinations, I've not been able to be as consistent with that as I can. So comics is goal number 2. So goal number 1, fundamentals and not burning out. Goal number 2, comics and not burning out. I think goal number 3 will be world building. So world building, I write a lot. I create worlds, I create stories, I create a lot of lore. There's this world that I created, 2 actually. So one is called the Onyx Isles, and the other one, 3 actually, there's 3. One is called the Onyx Isles, the other one is called Velhara, and the first one that I felt was very complete is called Nixolor. I've talked about Nixolor a few times, but I feel like I want to be more intentional about world building. So that's like goal number 3. So fundamentals, comics, world building without burning out. Goal number 4, portfolio. So whether it's character design, whether it's concept art, whether it's animation, I need to be able to take the fundamentals that I'll be learning and implement that so that whatever I'm creating can be able to fit into a portfolio of some kind if I'm to go to a college to pursue this craft further. So fundamentals, comics, world building, and portfolio related work. And goal number 5, it just skipped my mind right now. Goal number 5, okay, art YouTube. Yes. Goal number 5 is my art YouTube channel, this channel right here. I want it to be less rigid. I understand that, and I've even learned from amazing people in regards to the YouTube journey and how to start your videos, how to edit your videos and the camera placement and the B-roll and all that stuff. But I want some of my videos, at least 50% of my videos, to be more experimental. So I'll have a video like this where I'm talking and explaining something like my goals. Then I'll have a video that's a tutorial of something that I've learned, and then I'll have a video that's landscape being painted, and I'll be explaining my process or something along those lines. And then I'll have another video that's based on my fundamentals practice. I'll have another video that is just music and it's me doing my practices, whatever it is. I want it to be random but planned, whereas I can create anything I want to put up on YouTube, but at the same time it fits within the goals that I've set for myself. So art fundamentals, comics, world building, portfolio, and art YouTube. Those are the 5 fundamental goals that I'll have for the coming year of 2026. So in regards to the things that I have learned, in closing, I will say be patient with yourself. Be very patient with yourself as an artist. We all have these moments in which we tend to think that our progress is not going the way we want it to, and it's in those moments where you have to really, really be patient with yourself. Another thing, if you're a brand new artist, don't skip the fundamentals. That's something that really cost me a lot of time, and I still consider myself a relatively new artist, but studying the fundamentals over the past few months has helped me progress faster. So never skip the fundamentals of anything. It will be challenging at the beginning, but eventually it gets better. Trust me. Draw what you enjoy. Sometimes, I've said it before, but sometimes what you need to get out of things like art block and, an art slump is just to go back to what we're familiar with. So for me, when I'm feeling a bit down, I just pull up a reference of a Disney character, and I just, especially the older characters from the 80s, 70s, etc., and just draw them, and it feels good and natural. You're not even doing it to show anyone. Another thing is just have grace with yourself, like have not just patience, but also just love yourself as well, and love your art. One thing that really inspires me is when I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see videos of people who have been told that you're a talented human being, right? And then they show 6 years worth of drawings that got them to where they are. But then if you discard and throw away and delete every single drawing that you make, what journey would you have to share except for word of mouth? So I feel like even our old drawings should be kept, and you don't have to see them. Keep them in a binder, in a folder, put them away, store them in a locked file or compressed folder in your Google Drive. You don't even have to interact with them, but just don't have grace with yourself and be patient with yourself. And if you guys want more practical things that I've learned in regards to rendering, in regards to form or anatomy or stuff like that, I will definitely be willing to make a video on that, maybe before the year ends or when the new year begins. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, it was off a whim. I have no scripts or anything with me. I have no outline. I didn't even think of recording this video, but I just thought best to get it done with and just share my mind as naturally as possible. And so that is the end of this video. I really hope that you got something from it. It is good to be back on YouTube, and based on how this feels when I'm editing it, this might be a usual setting and equipment setup for me. I hope it works well, and that is it. You guys, it has been such a wonderful year, and I have met amazing people online, on YouTube and Instagram especially, and it has been amazing, and I really, really, really love and appreciate each and every one of you. I love reading your comments and watching your content as well. I have a lot of people who are subscribed to me that I'm subscribed to, and watching their content is just mesmerizing. And I think I'll also leave some of my favorite channels down below, big channels and small channels that I've learned from or that I've interacted the most with this year. Some that you guys know, like Sandra's Arts and Mohammed Akbadi and many, many others. And so I'll leave those down below if you guys would want to go check them out, and the small channels as well. So this has been a great year. Again, really appreciate all the love and support, and the goals that we've hit this year, even here on YouTube, reaching 100 subscribers, reaching 200 subscribers. It's been amazing. And so thank you so much. There's so much I can say, but I don't want this video to be too long. So again, feel free to comment, subscribe. All my links are down below. And as some of you guys know, I have a podcast called The Yodaverse, and I just talk about life in general, whether it's psychology, whether it's sciences, whether it's things like hope and understanding life from my perspective and the things that I've learned. So if that's something that you like, feel free to check that out. And the same has a newsletter on Substack. All links will be in the description down below. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Again, I cannot say it enough. One of my favorite words in Korean is 감사합니다, which is thank you, and that's something that I say a lot. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and goodbye.